Welcome to Agenda Edina, a news program summarizing the actions taken at City Hall that affect you most. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty. A Veterans Memorial has been planned for Utley Park to honor the community's servicemen and women, particularly those killed in action. The Park Board's Veterans Memorial Committee has proposed a V-shaped granite plaza within Utley Park with 3 illuminated flagpoles, a gathering space for more than 150 people, area for contemplation with benches, wall displaying the 6 military service emblems and the names of those residents killed in action. The focal point will be a figurative sculpture of an eagle with a wreath. The V-shaped plaza is meant to symbolize victory.
We kind of have designed it and sized it and located it to an area in Utley Park where we think is most appropriate for the community and where the members of the community would like to see it located, as well as approving our elements that we're putting into the memorial.
The community weighed in on the plans at an open house in late October. Additional public testimony will be taken at the November 7th Park Board meeting. The City Council will hold a public hearing on the project November 15th. At those meetings, staff will present a proposed project budget, including detailed construction costs and a long-term maintenance plan with an estimate of future maintenance expenses. If approved by City Council, the Veterans Memorial Committee could begin its fundraising campaign. Edina has been recognized as one of the nation's 100 best communities for young people for the 2nd year in a row. Edina was named one of America's Promise Alliance's 100 best communities for young people for its initiatives that help young people, including support of Edina A Better Chance Foundation, Edina High School's May Term, and Tri-City Health Partners. The competition recognizes communities across the country that focus on reducing high school dropout rates and providing service and support to their youth.
I'm so excited that Edina has been named one of America's top 100 places for young people because it tells me that the entire community is behind our children's success. Anywhere from the school district and the city, of course, but also nonprofits, parents, residents, and businesses are all coming together to benefit our children.
Edina will receive a $2,500 grant, signage identifying the community as one of the nation's 100 best communities for young people, and access to America's Promise Alliance's community development resources. The City Council recently approved an expansion of a local middle school. Edina Public Schools plans to build a 5,600 square foot, 2-story addition to Southview Middle School on Southview Lane. The building addition will be set back from the front property line along Concord Avenue to match the existing setback of the school.
We are above capacity in the number of students that we have here, and we'll be adding a 2-story addition for instructional space to accommodate our students' classroom needs. In addition, we will expand the existing cafeteria space to increase the core facilities, again, to accommodate our students' needs.
Southview Middle School is one of 2 public middle schools in Edina for those in grades 6 through 9. More than 1,300 students attend Southview. The Edina Fire Department has a new device to aid paramedics when responding to certain medical calls. Edina 16's Jordan Gilgenbach gives us a first-hand look at the new Lucas device.
Earlier this year, the Edina Fire Department was ranked #1 in cardiac arrest survival from the Cardiac Arrest Registry to enhance survival.
It helps us determine who is having cardiac arrest, what ages, where they're found, what conditions. But more importantly, it helps us determine performance measures.
Even with the first place ranking from CARES, the fire department thinks it can do even better.
We always want to get better. If there's areas that we can find that would improve our performance, we're always striving to look for that. And we've got a new Lucas device that we think will help improve survivability as well.
The Lucas 2 device was donated by Fairview Southdale Hospital.
Well, the Lucas device is essentially a compression machine that's used in cardiac arrest that pushes down on the sternum 100 beats per minute very consistently, 4 to 5 centimeters of compression, and it helps the heart then pump blood throughout the body.
We have 2 ALS medic rigs staffed 24 hours, and our paramedics with the ambulance are en route within a minute. Now we have this device that we can be en route with the paramedics on the fire engine, and we can bring up potentially another 4 of us.
The device will allow paramedics to perform other life-saving care to patients without interrupting CPR.
During manual compression, there's usually some interruptions when we're transporting the patient, or for example, lifting from the floor to the stretcher. There's an interruption of compressions in tight hallways or corners. There might be an interruption of compressions. And with the Lucas device, there is no interruptions of compressions.
Within 1 week of receiving the device in October, paramedics used Lucas to save its first life.
Our paramedics were very impressed with the performance of the device, and they reported that the patient they used it on had a positive outcome and a return of circulation before we even arrived at the hospital.
With Aaron Klein, I'm Jordan Gilgenbach, Edina 16.
The Edina Fire Department hopes to receive 2 more Lucas devices in 2012. Still to come, sculpture winners in the Public Art Committee's People's Choice Contest. But first, we'll meet the new management team at Braemar Arena when we return.
Hi, I'm Jim Hovland. I'm the mayor of Edina. I can't tell you how excited we are to join Blue Cross Blue Shield as a partner in the Do Town project. A healthy lifestyle for everybody, great eating habits, and activity for everybody. Ways to make our town a healthier place to live. Ways to help people live longer, better lives. This is up to all of us. Let's get in there and work together, and let's make Do Town a success.
Let me see you shake that body. Come on and work that body. Let me see you get down. Everybody move your body. Let me see you shake your body. Come on and work that body. Let me see you move something.
I'm Tom Jensen, Fire Marshal with the City of Edina. We get a lot of questions from our residents on how they should maintain the fire hydrant in their front yard. Primary purpose of a hydrant is to assist us in fighting fires, so we only carry so much water in our trucks. Basically, we get a call back from the driver saying he's got a secured water supply that makes us feel better going into the house that we should have an unlimited supply of water to do our job. So here's a problem with one that we typically see where, the hydrant was there when the neighborhood was built, and then someone came along and planted some shrubs, and these shrubs are probably several years old. Now they've become overgrown, and it's great I can see it in front here, but I can't get around it now and get behind it, make my connection, put my wrench on it and start to open it up. We do not want to stand in front of these things when we're trying to charge them. So ideally in the wintertime it'd be great if we could get 3 foot clear around them, and maybe that's a challenge for some folks. If they can't handle this themselves, we'd like, for this homeowner to take care of this one here. If they can't, then, can they check with the neighbor first to see if somebody in the neighborhood can do it for them? It benefits everybody around here to have this thing clear, not just the person at this house here. Yeah, we really ideally want this 3 foot clear so we can do our work, and that's what the code says.
Welcome back to Agenda Edina. There is a new management team at Braemar Arena. Susie Miller was recently promoted to the position of manager. Miller began work for the city in 1998 as the adaptive recreation supervisor. For the past 4 years, she has worked as assistant manager at Edinburgh Park.
I look forward to continuing the great tradition that Braemar Ice Arena is all about. Working with the staff, the team, to continue to create an environment that is welcoming to families and to provide our skaters with a facility they're proud of and that they like to call home.
Longtime arena employee Doug Bauman continues in a leadership position at Braemar as rink operations manager. Together, Miller and Bauman will work to improve the operations of the arena and implement changes. For instance, last month, the City Council directed them to begin selling dasher board advertising in one arena and work with the Edina Hockey Association to transition operation of the concession stand back to the city. Edinburgh Park guests have long been asking, where's the concession stand? After surveying hundreds of patrons, the responses were overwhelmingly in support of building a concession stand with healthy food options. Edina 16 Steve Christensen and Emily Kastner have more on the opening of Peak Cafe.
Edinburgh Park has long been a destination for kids to play and be active. Now, thanks to a new addition, kids are able to eat healthy while they play.
That was going to be our goal, was to provide at least 50% of our food as healthy food options.
That's when staff decided to get in touch with Joan Bolfer, a nutritionist from Bloomington Public Health, to plan the menu for the new concession stand, Peak Cafe.
What we'd really like is for parents to have the opportunity to order things that are fun but healthy at a place that's fun like Edinburgh Park.
Bolfer helped park staff determine food standards derived from the Institute of Medicine.
They're fairly strict standards that look at calories, fat, saturated fat, trans fats, sodium, and sugar.
They also borrowed standards from the Alliance for Healthier Generations, which evaluates the food served in schools and vending machines.
One of the things that we're really excited about is offering a meal deal. And the meal deal consists of an entree, a side, and a beverage, all for $4.95.
Not only is the menu color coordinated, but it also contains little pink hearts.
The hearts signify healthy food options, and I think that'll be very recognizable for kids and parents to make healthy selections.
Visitors are already looking forward to the benefits of Peak Cafe.
We can just come here and have some healthy snacks and a little coffee for adults too, which is great.
With Steve Christensen, I'm Emily Kastner, Edina 16.
Healthy food options will likely be rolled out at the city's other concession stands in the coming year. A local artist's work was deemed tops in this year's People's Choice Contest for the sculpture exhibitions on the Edina Promenade and in Grandview Square Park. The Edina Arts Center Board's Public Art Committee issued a call for sculptors for a sculpture loan program for Grandview Square Park and the Edina Promenade early this year. After the sculptures were installed, the public was encouraged to vote for their favorites. Over the course of the summer, hundreds of votes were cast. The first place award of $1,000 was given to James Gabbert of Edina for Suniva, A Gift of the Sun. Second place winner was Steve Elliott of Wayne, Nebraska for Transponder. Judd Nelson of Wayzata received the third place award for Blue Heron with Pumpkin Seed.
Our winners this year are very diverse. One is contemporary and two are more traditional. Transponder is reaching for the sky. Some people compare it to Star Wars. And Blue Heron is from nature, a very realistic bird. Suniva, more elegant, the human figure.
The winning sculptures are part of rotating exhibitions for the Edina Promenade and Grandview Square. The artwork is displayed for 1 year and changes each spring. A new call for artists for 2012 is expected to be announced at the end of the year. Before we go, we wanted to highlight some of the many upcoming events in our community. The Gifts, Gifts, Gifts annual sale at the Edina Arts Center begins November 3rd and runs through December 23rd. The event in its 24th year will begin in style with a members event sneak preview party 5 to 8 p.m. Thursday, November 3rd, featuring a silent auction, door prizes, refreshments provided by Pinstripes, and many of the artists featured in the sale. Edina Arts Center members may bring friends considering membership. The gift sale will feature one-of-a-kind gifts handcrafted by more than 50 regional and international artists, including pottery, jewelry, art kits, ornaments, children's items, and more. Merchandise selection will change often. Just a reminder to cast your ballots in the general election November 8th. Polls will be open 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. City Hall will be closed November 11th in observance of Veterans Day. Also, City Hall will be closed November 24th and 25th for the Thanksgiving holiday. The 50th in France Business and Professional Association will host the community's tree lighting ceremony Saturday, November 26th. The event begins at 5 p.m. on West 50th Street across from the Edina Cinema. Non-perishable food items will be collected for Cornerstone. Concerts are held throughout the fall and winter on Sunday evenings at Edinburgh Park. A crowd favorite, the First John Philip Sousa Memorial Band, will perform at 7 p.m. November 27th. This community has much to be thankful for this holiday season. We thank you for watching Agenda Edina. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty.